Hello everybody, welcome back to another Andrew Adventures review video. Today we're going to be reviewing the Osprey Exos 58. Okay, so starting off with this review here, we have a little bit of we have some specs here that I want to go over. So as I said, this is the Osprey Exos 58 men's ultralight backpack. And so the load range on this is 30 to 35 pounds. I think I've had it close to, I would say the 35 range maybe, and it's held up pretty good, but it kind of, maybe I didn't have it on correctly, but it kind of was sliding down around my hips, and I had to like push it up every once in a while. But other than that, it holds the load pretty good. But it's an ultra light backpack, so it comes in at for the small and medium size, it comes in at 2.84 pounds, and it's 58 liters as the name says. And then there's a large extra large version, and the volume is 61 liters, so there's 3 extra liters there. Yeah, three extra liters. Yeah. And then that's a little bit heavier at just under 3 pounds at 2.941 pounds. So yeah, you definitely have a little bit more space if you get the bigger version, but it all depends on your torso length. I'm not sure what my version is. I think it's maybe the small medium version. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so getting into the fabric here. So the main fabric, this fabric here is Busan approved, recycled 100D high tenacity nylon ripstop. It's very durable, it's really good, and it has it's PFC and PFAS free WDR on there. And then for the bottom here, it's the same material. And then for the accents, like I think these, it's a 400D nylon ripstop. It's just a little bit heavier. And that's all for the specifications, and we'll move on to the pros and cons. Okay, for the pros, my first pro for this backpack is it has a removable brain. So the brain is this thing on the top, and you can fully remove it. I'm not going to do it right now, but there's straps here, you can remove it. And then once you remove it, there's this little cover here that goes over the top to cover the little cinch, so the cinch is not just exposed, which I think is really nice if you're trying to go like really ultralight and you don't need like the brain space. Even though I've never done that before, but there's some people that will do that, is take the whole brain off and they'll just go with no brain, and they'll have enough space for everything. And my second pro is the ventilation in the back, the Aerospeed ventilation. It is ventilation here. There's a lot of space for air to flow, even when it's like stuffed. I mean, sometimes if you like really stuff stuff in there and it's like a pointy object, it will stick out a little bit, but it won't like stick into your back. Like if you have a backpack with just like, you know, like a school backpack, you don't have any thing right here, any like webbing, so it'll just like stick into your back. There's some backpacking backpacks that are like that, that'll stick into your back if you have a pointy thing there. But this reminds me of the Z-Packs backpacks, but the Z-Pack ones, they have the load lifters and it like arches the thing, and I don't know. But that kind of reminds me of this because it's like a spring thing. I don't know. Not really, but yeah. Okay, my third pro is the waist belt. So it's the waist belt because if you see here, when you buckle it, you buckle this here, you guys can see that, you pull from the outsides, and that's really nice for tightening it like really tight around your waist if you have a heavy load. And my last backpack, it was a North Face one, and it was like you tightened it from the buckle, and like it was super hard to get it tight. You would have to like tighten it before you put it on, and that was annoying because it was just a lot annoying because you had to exert more strength putting on your belt than actually tightening it. But yeah, that's my third pro there. And my fourth pro, my last one, is that there is a ton of stuff to hook different things on. Like there's these little loops here on the side going all the way up to the brain. So there's one here, and you go all the way down both sides. There's a little handle here you can hook stuff on. There's even on the brain, there's like little loops there to hang stuff on or put like some webbing on there. And then even on the bottom here, I use this to put my tent on the bottom. I think it's to hold like a sleeping bag or like a tent. But I put my tent there, these straps on the bottom here, and that works pretty good. You just have to put more weight towards the top so you don't fall back. But yeah, and then there's the straps on the side here. I'll get to these little rings in a minute here. That's one of my cons, and then yeah, so there's a lot of attachment points on this backpack. And moving along to the cons. So my first con is that these plastic rings tend to break. Like on this side, this one broke off. I don't know if I tightened it too tight, but these little plastic rings here, there used to be a plastic ring there, I should say, and I replaced it with a little metal, like a keychain thing. It's like where you slide your keys onto there. I replaced it with that little ring. And I did it on the other side too, just in case if this one breaks. I haven't done to the ones up here, but I don't know. There's little plastic rings. They're kind of, I don't know. I feel like they should. I mean, that's probably what makes it ultralight. It's light and it's not heavy. It's not metal. But I don't know. I just had the experience of it breaking, so that's a little con about that. I mean, the straps work good, but it's just the rings here. Maybe like if you have a heavy load and you tighten the straps here really tight, it puts a lot of stress on these little rings here, and they probably tend to break when it's like if you throw your backpack on the ground and sudden movements or something like that. But I mean, these ones up on the top are holding up pretty good, but they probably don't have as much stress as the ones on the bottom. But since the bottom ones have the water bottle holder pockets here, so there's more strain on them. And then my second con are these water bottle pockets. I mean, I like the design, but it's just, I don't know. It's like this whole like strap system with the tightening and stuff. Once you get it tight, you have to put your water bottle in there before you tighten it, and the water bottles on either side, one's sticking out and one's like in, or vice versa. But I don't know, it's kind of nice with these, with these little pockets to shove it in there. But I wish that there were more like built out water bottle pockets instead of like this mesh material. Like the Hyperlight backpacks, I like those water bottle pockets because they're like built out of the backpack, not into the backpack, if you know what I'm saying. But I would like to see some like bigger water bottle pockets in my opinion, so you can fit more than just a water bottle. I'm sure you can, but it'll be a tight fit in there. I just like to see like bigger water bottle pockets in my opinion. And then for my third con and final con, oh, there goes my paper, are these belt pockets. So when I put it on, I don't know if my waist is too small or too big. I don't have it adjusted right, but it's just like not a lot of space in there. I guess they're getting ultralight and it's small and stuff, but I'd like to see like bigger built out pockets, or just like, I don't know. I guess, I don't know if it was the older versions or if it's a different version of the Exos 58, but they don't have any or any hip pockets, and like you can probably put your own on there. But I don't know, I just like to see a bigger, like more built out pocket, kind of like the Hyperlight pockets. I'm talking about the Hyperlight. So might as well just buy one, you know? I don't know. They don't have as good as support for the back, I think, but that's a real ultralight bag in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. I would just like to see like bigger waist belt pockets. And one con I put on my list there is it kind of, when you have a heavy load, it tends to like when you're walking, it tends to like squeak a bit like this. Like that, if you hear that, it kind of does that if you have a really heavy load. I don't know if I don't have something adjusted right, or if that's just how it works, or that's how it sounds. But I don't know, it kind of gets annoying after a while when you're lugging up like close to 35 pounds up the mountain, and I don't know, it just gets a little annoying after a while. But yeah, I mean, it's not, I mean, with the cons, it's a good bag. I mean, it's an ultralight bag. I mean, the kind of times I've used it, I haven't really used it ultralight like style. I've shoved a lot of stuff in here and had some heavy stuff on here. And I also put, there's also this front pocket here, which is nice. There's a lot of storage. There's a lot of storage in this front pocket. Yeah, it's like stretchable. Most of it's stretchable. And I put my rain fly and rain jacket and pants in there. And it's really quick and easy to grab for that. So yeah, this was my review of the Osprey Exos 58 men's version. I think it was small medium, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know, I can put it in the description too. I'll put a link to it in the description as well. Go check it out. Watch some other review videos too. Mine's not the best in the business, you know, it's just my opinions. But I would say do your research before you buy it. But yeah, oh, to add to that, it has this really cool, like, I guess this is for the ice axe loop here. So you put your ice axe down here, and then you put your handle up here, and it's like a little cinch thing. And also for your trekking poles on the front here, you put the handles through this thing here, and then you put the bottom of the poles through this thing right here, this little stretchy thing. And that's kind of nice. I've never used it, but I've seen it in like pictures and stuff. And it looks like an easy way to store your poles if you don't want to use them. Besides like putting them down the side of your water bottle pockets, which that's probably good too, so it doesn't like get in the way of your arms and stuff. But unless you have like really long poles, I don't know. But yeah, and that was my review of the Osprey Exos 58 ultralight backpack men's version. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe. Drop some comments or if you have any questions, I can answer them in the comments, in depth in the comments. And make sure to give this a like and subscribe. Thank you.